Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube. Since my anime tic-tac-toe presentation software video is my most popular video, obviously a lot of you have expressed an interest in it, so I figured I would show you the finished product now. This software was debuted at OhioCon this year. We had quite a few hiccups because of me not understanding how my laptop ran in presentation mode. We have since fixed those problems and the software works great, so I thought you would like to see how it looks. First of all, the part you've seen before, this is the opening. From Tsubasa-Con, it's everybody's game of strategy, knowledge, and fun. It's Tic-Tac-Toe! And now, here's your host, Greggo! Okay, that part you've seen before. The rest of this should be fairly new to you. First of all, here are the contestant introductions. The music you're very familiar with, I'm sure. And it'll play through the entire thing and eventually get to the key change as we introduce our contestants. We actually have them come on stage the same way they did on regular Tic-Tac-Toe, one at a time, and then I shake their hands and welcome them and so on. When we end the music, it also puts the podiums up, as you see. Podiums, of course, were drawn by Brent Rowland, a very talented young man who provides a lot of the graphics for my games. And the names are loaded in from an external text file with the bracket keys. As you can see, we put their names in just like that. We program in up to 6 names and toggle through them as we need to. And now we will show you the categories. It loads 3 games worth of categories, so we can go through an entire game with up to 3 matches. And the way the rules are for anime tic-tac-toe, if we run out of games, then we just restart with the first game worth of questions, which might happen in case of a lot of tie games. And so let me show you the categories for what would have been the first game of anime tic-tac-toe. We have dub actors, seesaw, sports shows, now playing, Pokemon, naughty stuff, screenshots, the jump-in category, and fill in the blank. And if you'll notice the font, Dan Berger, who has collaborated with me on several of my projects, and who basically taught me everything I know about Flash, suggested that we use a font that is a lot more legible from afar. So instead of using the font that they used on the actual show, we decided to go with this font so that it looks a lot better to people watching from the audience. So anyway, using the arrow keys, we can give control to either X or O, as you see there. And X gets started, and let's say they pick a category in the center box. You push the number key for the corresponding box, and it will light up like that. And of course, since that's the center box, that means they get a little extra time. And if they get it right, then you use the X key to put an X there, or the O key to put an O there. Of course, we put an X there. And there are 300 yen in the pot, and we shuffle. And now it's O's turn. And let's have O select the jump-in category so I can show you how the buzzers work. When we are in a jump-in situation, pushing the B key will activate the buzzers. Watch what happens to the podium. And as you can see, that tells me that buzzers are now active. And then when I ask the question, let's say that O buzzes in. That lets me know to stop reading the question. And if O gets it right, we put an O there. And we add another 200 yen to the pot. And as before, the X's and the O's, I decided to go with the smooth-looking X's and O's as opposed to the blocky ones from the original show. Again, from an aesthetic standpoint, I think that it looks a lot better this way. Anyway, we shuffle. And X now has control, and X is going to go with screenshots in the upper middle because I want to show you the other program that I wrote for anime tic-tac-toe. And the graphics here were courtesy of Dan Berger, and this is the visual screen. Again, 3 different games can be loaded into this one, using the 1, the 2, and the 3 keys, and using the spacebar opens up the screen like that. And there's the screenshot that I then ask a question about. And once we get an answer, good or bad, spacebar again to close it up. And back to this, and let's say that X got it right. And we add another 200 yen into the pot, and we shuffle. All right, and let's see. Of course, O wants to go with fill in the blank to block. If they get it wrong, then obviously we turn it back off using the same key. However, if they run out of time, of course, we hear the buzzer. And that means that we put it back over to X. We turn that off again by pushing the 8 key, and we shuffle. And now it's X's turn. And, oh, there's the jump-in category. Okay, X will go with the jump-in category to win. And once again, we activate the buzzers. And let's say that X buzzes in, just like that. All right, and let's say they get it right. Well, that's going to be a win, which means we play the win animation. Put an X there, and do that. And just like that, there are the X's, and it flashes the pot, and X has a win. There is a different animation for each possible tic-tac-toe. Each horizontal, vertical, and diagonal one, they each have their own keystroke, which causes that animation to happen for those boxes. And in just a moment, X is going to have a shot at the dragon while we say goodbye to O. That's basically the way the main game works. In case of a tie, all we do is load up a new round of questions. It will keep the pot where it is, and it will, of course, clear the board and set everything properly. So let's now go on to the Beat the Dragon round. The podiums go away, and there it is. It's loaded up everything. And as you saw before, we show a typical board configuration first, and of course there are the Tic, the Tac, and the Dragon. And Dan was nice enough to give me the graphics for the dragon that you see there. And we have a little bit of prize music as we describe the prize package the contestant could win. This, of course, was taken directly from the Barry and Enright collection for their games. I have a button to shut off the music, just like that. And let's move them around and hide the dragon somewhere. And hopefully I won't pick the dragon off the first time like I did in the previous one. The pot does actually work, of course. This is the finished software. So let's get started with right in the center with number 5. Push the 5 to start it up, push the R key, and we reveal 250 yen. All right, so let's see if we can keep going here. Let's see what's behind number 2. And behind number 2, oh, there's the tack. All I need to do is find the tick, and I automatically win the dough. If that happens, all you have to do is push the win key, which is a Shift W, and it'll automatically bump the pot up to 1,000 and play the win animation. Let's see number 7. Let's see if we can find the tick there. Oh, another 150. All right, we move on and see what's behind number 9. And there's the tick! So hooray, just won a prize package that probably includes admission to a convention somewhere, and so on and so forth. Let's see where the dragon was. The question mark key reveals the rest of the board. The dragon was hiding behind number 4. And there you go. So that is the Beat the Dragon round. And at this point, if this were the end of the show, we would say goodbye to everybody. And I'd play the ending key just like this. Tic-Tac-Toe is a For Randy Entertainment production. And there you go. There is Anime Tic-Tac-Toe, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and we will be playing this game at Tsubasa-Con in Huntington, West Virginia this October 1st through 3rd. Thank you, everybody. And as always, this is Greggo saying, help control the fanboy odor. Have your fanboy shaved and showered. Goodbye, everybody.